how does the ordinance of the sacrament prepare us to participate in temple ordinances?
There are a few things that come to mind. Number one, if we keep our covenants, then the Lord promises that we will always have His Spirit to be with us. That Spirit is a purifying agent and prepares us for the temple. It makes us higher and holier, to use President Nelson's phrase. There's also a phrase right there in the sacrament prayer where we are willing to take upon us the name of thy Son. It suggests and points to perhaps a future event, and that future event is the temple, where we take upon us His name in a greater degree and with greater holiness. And it helps me to understand it if I think of Father Abraham, who we're following on this covenant path. If we're to receive all of the blessings of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, then we need to do what they did, make the covenants that they made. And when Abraham sought to go from being a follower of righteousness to being a greater follower of righteousness, the Lord said to him, I will take thee to put upon thee my name, even the priesthood. That's what happens when we go to the temple. He takes us. We talk about taking upon us the name of Christ. Well, in the temple and maybe even before, He takes us and puts upon us His name, even the priesthood and the power of the priesthood. And that's significant. He makes us His. I'm taking you.
I've always been struck that it's not just in the content of the sacrament and the prayers and the promises made there, but even in the symbols, that some of the symbols that we are first introduced to in the sacrament, we meet again in the temple. So that bread is broken on an altar, and there's a cloth laid over it, a kind of veil. And in the New Testament, there's that scene right when the Savior dies, and in Matthew we're told the veil of the temple was rent, as a powerful symbol that Christ is the one who allows us through the veil. We have access to God through the Savior. And some of that is encoded right in the very symbolism of an altar every Sunday where a sacrifice is made on our behalf.